Good morning, dear students. We are studying about business, and in the previous class we have seen about the discussion between the four children, and in today's class we are going to see the introduction, how business or what is business, all this type of an idea we will be getting about that. Okay. All human beings, wherever they may be, require different types of goods and services to satisfy their needs. The necessity of supplying goods and services has led to certain activities being undertaken by people to produce and sell what is needed by others. Business is a major economic activity in all modern societies, concerned with the production and sale of goods and services required by people. So we have different needs are there. Human beings has got a lot amount of needs. We need many things. So it is not possible for a single person to produce all the things. Is it possible? Is it possible to produce all the things what is required for you? Like clothes. So we know there are people those who are producing cotton. But it is not possible to produce everything that is required for us. As I told you in the previous class, we use hundreds of products in a day. Every day we use many products, and most of these products are not made by us. Okay, if we were earlier, when people were living just like the people in the forest and all, they lived. So such kind of a life if we are living, then it may be possible to produce. But if in this modern world we cannot live in such a situation. If just think about a mobile phone. Okay, in your every family there will be a mobile phone. If without a mobile phone we cannot survive. So such kind of attitude is there now. Now this is like online class is there. So if you want to communicate, lockdown is there. So if you want to communicate with someone, if you want to see, for entertainment purpose, there is or for study, everything for mobile phone is required. So laptop is required, TV is required. All these type of things are very much essential, isn't it? So is it possible to produce all these things by ourselves? It is not possible. Okay. So there comes with the need of business. Okay. So this is the place where business is required. Okay. So business is making products and making it available to the customers according to their needs. So there are needs for the people. We will understand. The work of a businessman is to understand the need of a customer and satisfy them with the product. So simply giving anything is not. I am in need of. I am thirsty, feeling thirsty. I want to drink something. Okay. So when I feel like to drink something, and if I am very much tired, okay. So simply drinking water, I feel my thirsty will be over, but the tiredness will not be there. So there is energy drinks are there, cool drinks are there. So it is very hot climate is there nowadays. It is not very hot, but when there is a very hot climate outside, when you are moving or when you are traveling, so you need a drink which makes your body cool. So you may see buttermilk you may purchase, or such kind of products are available. So cool drinks are available. You purchase, you drink a cold drink, and you feel very much relaxed. You feel that you are being little cool. So this is the satisfaction of human needs. So this satisfaction is the business. So bringing satisfaction to the customers, understanding the needs of the customers, and satisfying their needs. So that is the business. The necessity of supplying goods and services has led to certain activities being undertaken by people to produce and sell what is needed by others. So produce and sell what is needed by others. That is what the business is there. Not only that, but one part of the business is there. Okay. Business is a major economic activity in all modern societies, concerned with the production and sale of goods and services required by people. So we can say that this is the meaning of business. So business is a major economic activity in all modern societies, concerned with the production and sale of goods and services required by people. Production and production and sale of goods and services. So produce goods and services and sell goods and services to the customers as the requirement. What is required for them? Based on the requirement, the product is produced. The purpose behind most business activities is to earn money by meeting people's demand for goods and services. So there are so many demands are there, so many services, so many goods are required for the people, and meeting these demands and making money, making profit. So that is through business. Business is central to our life. So we can say that we are entirely connected with business. Every day we are connected with business. Every day we purchase one or two products, or we are consuming product, we are using products like watching TV. When you are watching TV, actually it is a product, it is a service provider. So you may be using Tata Sky or Airtel or Sun Direct. There is a facility you are using. Electricity you are using. Without electricity we cannot survive or we cannot live. So all these type of products like TV, mobile phone, electricity, all these type of things has become part of our life. Without that we cannot live. We think that it is very essential. Actually, without this also we can survive. But now our life, our world or our life has become such a way that without these things we cannot survive. If there is no fan, we cannot sleep. After watching, you will be watching TV, you will be listening to the music. So some people are listening to the music using earphone or headset and listening to the music and sleeping. Or AC, or fridge, washing machine, all these things are very much necessary for us. So some or the other way we are connected with the business. All through our life are influenced, although our life are influenced by many other institutions in modern society such as schools, colleges, hospitals, political parties and religious bodies, business has a major influence in our daily life. There are so many other things also, where we are connected with, we are connected with schools. So schools are one of our important part of our life. You have to go to the school, you have connection with the school, so there is connection. Colleges are there, hospitals are there, political parties are there, religious bodies are there. You go to the temple, you go to the church, you go to mosque or different religious bodies, and you may meet with the priest over there and you will get advice from them. So all these things are there. So but these already there, they are having connection, but more than these things we get connection with the business. Business has a major influence in our daily life. It is therefore becomes important that we understand the concept, nature and purpose of business. So here, so we know it is very much essential. Business is very much needed. So it is very important to understand the concept, the nature and the purpose of a business. So in this chapter we are going to study about this one. The chapter is divided into two sections. Section 1 deals with the history of trade and commerce in ancient India. Section 2 deals with the concept, nature and purpose of business. So here this chapter is divided into two sections. One is a history section, history of trade and commerce, how this trade and commerce came into existence, all these type of things we study. And the second portion we study the nature, concept and purpose of a business. Okay. So first we are going to study the first section, section 1, that is history of trade and commerce. Okay. The economic and commercial evolution of any land depends upon its physical environment. This stands true for the Indian subcontinent as a whole, which has Himalayas in the north bordered by water in the south. A network of roads merging into the Silk Route helped in establishing commercial and political contacts with the adjoining foreign kingdoms and empires of Asia in particular and the world in general. The maritime routes linked the east and west by sea and were used for the trade of spices and known as spice route. Due to the flow of wealth through these routes, the chief kingdoms, important trade centers and the industrial belt flourished which in turn further facilitate the progress of domestic and international trade in the ancient India. So the success or the development of a country or development of an area is depending on the the physical environment of the country. So what kind of climate will be there, or what is the shape or connection with the different areas and so on. So we have Himalayas on the north side, but the south side, the other three sides are there. So it is connected with the sea. So we, one of the cheapest way of transportation is through sea. So sea transport is the cheapest way, because if you are going through air, the costliest transportation is air. Air transportation is the costliest one. But sea way, and also you have big ships and all are there. So with the help of the ships, we can transport very heavy equipments or very large amount of things. So. And also you can see that like Mumbai or Chennai or these type of places are there. They are located in the seashore areas or nearby port areas. So because it is connected with the areas has been developed because of the these transactions. So we bring the products from other countries, importing, exporting, all these type of activities and all are there. Okay. So India has a connection with means all the three sides of India is, we can say that three sides are connected with the water. So we have plenty of options. So there are so many routes available, and earlier from the south side and all, there are so many spices are used. Our cultivation, our climate is connected or suitable for the cultivation of spices, especially in the south areas. And we produce and we export, we sell these things to the foreign countries. And every country, other countries are there, they are in need of these kinds of spices. So such a way we get a plenty of money also through these routes. Trade and commerce have played a vital role in making India to evolve as a major actor in the economic world in ancient times. Archaeological evidences have shown that trade and commerce was the mainstay of the economy of ancient India, carried out by water and land. Commercial cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro were founded in the 3rd millennium BC. The civilization had established commercial connections with the Mesopotamia and traded in gold, silver, copper, colored gemstones, beads, pearls, seashells, terracotta pots, etc. So even these kinds of transactions. So trade and commerce has been found even millions of years ago. Okay, 3rd millennium BC. So many years before, also the these kinds of trade were there. So you have studied in the history and all, you have studied about Harappa and Mohenjo-daro and all. So these type of areas are there. So their cultivation, these kinds of civilizations are there. So they developed only through the business. Okay, so the remainings that we are getting from through that we can study. So archaeological evidences are there. So with the help of the archaeological evidences, we can understand that we were developing, or our country has been developed with the help of this trade and commerce. The period was marked by substantial commercial activities and urban development. Political, economy and military security during ancient times united most of the Indian subcontinent, and trade regulations were carefully planned. There were diverse types of coins and weighing practices which used to vary from place to place with the help of money changers and by resorting the certain commonly accepted weights and measures. So also we used different types of weights and measures and coins and so on. So there were so many kinds of things we were using, so like weights. So like we nowadays commonly we use like kilogram and all, but earlier this was not the weights that they were using. And now see we use like plastic money or electronic money and all. So we use transactions with the help of that. But this is not this was not the money transactions used earlier. Earlier, especially like metal money was there, like gold coins, silver coins, bronze coins, or even steel coins, or different kinds of coins and all are used. Okay, so these are the different kinds of things that has been used in the ancient times. Okay, so this is a general history about the about our how the business has been developed. So that is just a beginning of part of the trade and commerce. Okay, so the remaining portion we study in the next class. Okay, thank you so much.